Okay, welcome back. You are technically in a second class, so welcome to Programming 2. Any links that you know of, like programming.ender.org, should technically work because I'm going to use the same thing, but your Canvas course is different now. So if you've been bookmarking the Canvas page, it's probably going to be archived. You're in Programming 2, so it should say Computer Programming 2, SPR for Spring, and then me. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. I promised you, I told you that we're going to be transitioning into C# and using Microsoft Visual Studio. Before we do that, though, I need to get JavaScript wrapped up, especially for those of you that want to take the Microsoft certification test. And to do that, we need to talk about forms. We need to talk about arrays. And for some reason, it seems like they're really big about knowing how to adjust things on an HTML side, which I guess makes sense because if you're going to do a lot of JavaScript, you're most likely doing web-based scripting. So we've done web-based scripting projects before, but I've just kind of dragged you through most of them. We're going to need to get into the real basic components of that because you're going to run into a couple different questions most likely that are asking specifically how do I adjust things on a web page. So you're going to have a little bit of a crash course in web design if you're going to want to take the JavaScript test. Okay, we're also going to do some review. I, again, want to make sure that I'm not just going to push you off a cliff into a certification test without you really knowing how to do these basic, really important projects, using functions, especially using parameters, using return values. Those are huge components of any kind of programming language. JavaScript is no exception to that. So if I'm looking here, we have a lot of review. So I'm going to have you review loops. We're throwing out not everything that we've done. It's just review. I just picked a few. Caterpillar, Powers of 2. These we should hit out fairly quickly. I got a review page here like I have for the rest of these that will go over all that kind of stuff. So there's all your links. We got videos, we got examples if you need a reminder on how to do stuff. I'll probably be adding some videos in to these. I did something a little different this time. If it has a gold star, it's graded. If it doesn't have a gold star, it is considered practice material. So review Caterpillar, the review for Powers of 2, random color square, these are going on your grade. Everything else, videos, examples, these assignments, count by sevens, not going on your grade. I'm not counting it. It's practice. The catch here is that you have a quiz that reviews all of this material. Sometimes it may include some of the practice material. Sometimes it's generic, where if you didn't look at any of this and you took it, you might be okay. Sometimes I'm going to ask specific stuff about the practice material if it's important enough to ask about. If you need to know about it, then I'm going to give you a quiz question about it. So this is kind of the catch. If you're having trouble passing these quizzes, you might need to go back and look at the practice material. And obviously, the review section's a little bit different, but when we get into the new stuff, it's going to have the same format. I'm going to give you some practice material, and then I'm going to give you assigned, graded assignments. And this will happen until we transition into C#. C# is going to be a whole new thing. So we're just going to finish the Code_HS out by only having select graded assignments. The rest is practice. So we're going to do the same thing with functions and parameters. Those are your assignments. I got functions and returns. And like I said, we're going to spend the next week or so just reviewing this stuff. You have seen every single one of these assignments. You hopefully have a good fundamental basis on how to complete these, and we can just move through it. But if you've been kind of, waiting for me to do every single one of them, we gotta break that habit, because I'm not gonna be there on the state test or on the certification test, right? If you need help getting something like the cityscape done, if you struggled with that last time, now's the time to really master that kind of stuff and get knowing how to use those functions, those parameters, and drawing with JavaScript graphics to make something like that. Okay, one last thing. Also, it's a brand new course, like I said. That means we have a brand new Code_HS. So I added this link here to help us link up your Canvas course with Code_HS. So when you click on this, You're gonna get our loading button. And again, just as a reminder, this button is how you link your assignments on CodeHS with the assignments on Canvas. If you don't use these buttons, the grade does not come back into Canvas, and it's a big pain, and you may not get credit for stuff, or you might have to wait for me weeks later to do one big massive manual grade sync, which is a pain in the butt. That's the way to make your life easier. This is a pretest. This is the same pretest that you took in Programming 1. So if I click this link here, hopefully it'll take you to here. If you're getting any kind of page error or can't find the course, you gotta let me know, because hopefully we don't have any problems with that. So you're gonna take this pretest. It's just to basically link your account. That's the most important thing. I'm not gonna dock you points for getting any of this stuff wrong. Let's see how you'll do this time. Also, don't worry at all about this icon in the corner. You are not my Python class, you're my JavaScript class. So we'll just take that off and don't worry about it.